All right, I'd like to just offer a brief reading here, just about 2 or 3 sentences, as a way to kick off our content for this afternoon. And this is by Neil Donald Walsh. You may recognize his name. He wrote the book Conversations with God, as well as several sequels to that book. And I found something of his that seems to relate to our topic, our theme here today. So I would just like you to put yourself in a receptive state for a few moments and just let these words wash over you and see what happens. So again, this is Neil Donald Walsh. As long as we're afraid of being hurt by the truth, we're going to lie. And while we don't like it, we will tolerate an entire society built on lies. Yet it is society's refusal to become truthful that causes most of the pain society is forced to endure. And the vicious circle is complete. We sidestep the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in an effort to avoid pain. And yet, in the process, we cause pain. Neil Donald Walsh. So I guess what I would invite you all to consider, if you have held or hold beliefs that I did about harming people by being honest with them, my invitation to you is to reconsider and consider the possibility that there might be a different take on that belief. That, oh my goodness, if I express myself honestly, I'm going to hurt the person, maybe hurt them really badly. And there's going to be damage done to them. And I don't want to hurt people because I'm compassionate. That's the belief, more or less, in so many words, that I have held most of my life. Compassionate equals withholding, because we don't want to stimulate pain in another person. And as Neil Donald Walsh proposes in his reading, as I understand it, is we actually end up causing more pain by withholding and giving a distilled, watered down, and superficial version of our truth, of who we really are. And in my belief is this world needs each of our authenticity. It needs us to show up and be real. Because what we have in front of us and around us today is, among other things, a result of people unable and unwilling to be honest, to speak truth, and to live with authenticity. Because I personally have a belief that if we can all get connected to this life force energy that we're referring to as universal human needs, if we can simply get in that flow within ourselves first and then join the flow of other people's universal life force, whatever happens once we do that will look much different than how things are looking right now. So to me, that's a form of authenticity. It's of living according to the life force energy as it is. There are things compelling me. I stand up right here in front of you because there's life force compelling me to do it. I can see people more. I can connect more. That's why I stood up. Everything we do is out of this life force energy. If we link ourselves up with that, we get in that flow and have tools to stay in the flow. And when we get out of it, we can come back in. The more we do that, the more authentic we are. And I believe the more everyone's needs on this planet will be honored and ultimately fulfilled. So, what we're going to do in this